What's going on, everybody? It's your boy H Gaming, and I'm back with another video. And I believe it was yesterday that Google had their presentation for uh, Google Stadia's Connect. And honestly, I did not watch it, but I know there was like some announcements that some people went crazy for. Some people went crazy for Baldur's Gate 3 being announced. I never played Baldur's Gate, so I can't really relate in that respect. But honestly, it's just like, from what I'm hearing from Google Stadia, it's just trash. And they're gonna have these plans, I know of, that pretty much, to sum it up, you'll be I think it's, from what it sounds like, you'll be paying for a game that really isn't the best possible version of the said game. And it's just so many problems with this this streaming shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, and it's just one of those things where I look at it and say, streaming ain't the future. Like, there's just no way. And it's not like that I'm doubting Google Stadia. It's just like, I cannot see. I mean, it sounds cool on paper, like you just watching the gameplay, like you watching, like say if you watching one of your favorite streamers play the game, then you just hop in the game on the fly. It sounds cool, but that's the concept. The concept sounds cool. It's just the execution is probably gonna be trash. And I think that Google Stadia is trash because it's just like, bro, there's gonna be a lot of problems. And it's just, if you thought PlayStation Now had problems when it first started, I guarantee you that Google Stadia is going to probably have double the problems. And on top of the fact, you can't download these games, you need an internet connection for the fucking console. And it's already bad enough because, I mean, it wasn't too long ago when YouTube was fucking up and other different products were fucking up because of the fact that I forget what the cause they said was it for YouTube acting up a while ago, but Snapchat was even fucking up. But it's just one of the things where I look at it and say, streaming isn't the future. It will never be mainstream. And I know people can say, well, never say never, but I think when it comes to stuff like streaming or subscription services, there'll always be an option, rather than, oh, if you want to play this game, you got to get this, you got to stream it, or you have to subscribe to our subscription service. I don't think it will ever get like that. And I can already see it now. If anybody out there thinks that Nintendo fanboys are the worst fanboys, then I think that when it comes down to these fanboys, the Stadiacs or whatever they're going to be called, they're going to be worse than Nintendo fanboys. Mark my words. It's just, and it's not just me. I mean, if it works, if it pans out, great. If everything does like they say it's gonna do, then great, that's cool and all. But at the same time, it's like, it just does not. It just sounds like something that will backfire on Google, and it sounds like something that's a big waste of Google's money. Because, I mean, if they really wanted to really compete in terms of like the console space, you could have at least had an option where you could download this shit. If you were to have an option where you could download these set games, I think it would be lit. It'd be interesting. But I just can't see this console, this Google Connect, this Stadia, competing with something like Microsoft or competing with something like PlayStation. Now, some people have said that that's probably the reason why Microsoft and Sony teamed up, was because they view Google Stadia as a threat in terms of streaming. But it's just like, I wouldn't see them as a whole threat, because at the end of the day, no matter if you love Xbox or not, you can still play your games without needing to be without requiring to be online to play it. I mean, granted, it wasn't always like that, because I think when the Xbox first launched, you needed to be online all the time for that console. It's not like that anymore. But I just think that Google Stadia is not the future. It's just something that I can never ever see myself getting into. I can't see myself buying this thing. I think it's gonna be like $130, which from a price point it sounds cheap compared to other consoles, but I would expect it to be that low, because you're not gonna have that thing be $200, $300 fucking dollars, or $400, like the same cost of a PS4, because you're out of your fucking mind if you think people are gonna pay that. And it's just, I just see a lot of problems happening. I mean, especially when it comes to games like Destiny, when it comes to games like Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I don't think a lot of these games are going to really work that well. And I think that the lag is going to be fucking crazy. You're going to see a lot of technical issues, more technical issues than a few. And like, take for example a game like Fallout 76, a game that's already broken as it is. Could you imagine that running on Stadia? If that was to run on Stadia, it would probably break Stadia, probably break Google. It's so fucked up. But overall, I think that this is just gonna be one of them things where it's gonna be a very, 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 very mid console. It's not gonna be something that we just look and say, oh, I gotta get that. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think Google Stadia is trash, and it does not impress me to the slightest. I will not buy this. I would recommend no one buy this, because I mean, unless if you're into streaming and your internet connectivity is like really, really good. And I even think I remember reading somewhere where it said that, oh, you better hope that your internet's really good for some of these games, because it could break your data cap in terms of like your ISP, which it's just like I can see this backfiring. But yeah, with that being said, what do y'all think about Google Stadia? What do y'all think about the Connect? Are y'all getting the Google Stadia? If you are, please tell me why. But with that being said, it's been your boy H Dog, and I'm out. Peace.